The two finalists, one of whom stood here this time last year and ended up winning the tournament overall, and Martin Schindler, his opponent. So, v.d.Bergh. Martin, how are you going to beat this guy?
Playing my best, which I'm capable of. I'm trying as good as I can. That's all I can do, and yeah, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm happy that I qualified for the final.
But also, Minehead is somewhere you've been before, and you've played very well. You had a bit of a run at the UK Open.
It was alright though, reached the fourth round and lost there to Corey Ketby, but only on stage 2 because there was the, let's say, travel problems caused by the weather.
Yes.
Because of the blizzard, because of the snowstorm, things like that. And yeah, it was kind of a strange tournament, but ended up in fourth round. Was alright though.
Yeah. And this time last year, Dimitri, you ended up winning. It's a curious event, isn't it? Because it sits in between the semi-final and the final of the players. Is it hard to concentrate?
Obviously this year I also qualified myself for the main event, so yeah, all the preparation has been a little different, but well, as soon as you finish in one tournament you need to move on and focus on the next one. So as soon as I was finished there, I just got myself back on the board, try to get myself back in the positive vibes, the positive feelings, and as he says, we're going to give our best.
You've had some wonderful moments this year as well. So winning this tournament last year, this championship, did that really give you a kickstart into 2018?
Yeah, definitely. It even gave me, like winning this tournament, it gave me even more confidence to going into the big world, like in Ally. And after that, I got myself a month to Australia. So I've been seeing places just by playing darts, and it's unbelievable. And especially what I am getting to achieve lately is, for me, something special too.
Right. And is this the biggest game of your young career to date?
I don't know. I mean, of course, it's an important game, but the most important thing for me was to qualify for the Grand Slam next year. I'm really happy with that result. It doesn't matter how the game tonight is going. I'm looking forward to the Ally, to the whole World Championship, not only in the youth, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited for the Ally once again. This time I know what I'm going to expect, and I think this is more important than this one, to be honest.
Well, nonetheless, it's a major trophy available. Dimitri, you know exactly what it's like to win it, and you might well be finding out. I wish you both the very best of luck. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, one of those two will be crowned World Youth Champion very shortly. Will it be 24-year-old v.d.Bergh or 22-year-old Martin Schindler? Let's get them out on stage now with John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back live to Butlins Minehead! And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Professional Darts Corporation are delighted to present the PDC Unicorn World Youth Championship. And now, it's time to meet the finalists from Germany. And a German World Cup star, the winner of 3 development tours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the War Martin Schindler! And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Belgium, the winner of 12 development tours. He is the reigning and defending PDC Unicorn World Youth Champion, the Dream Maker, v.d.Bergh!
moves anyway. I'm not so sure Martin was quite so impressed. But hey, let's see who's going to be crowned the World Youth Champion. Alan Warren-Little will be presenting the trophy to the winner in this best of 11 match, and he's commentating now with Stuart Pike.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure for Alan and I to commentate on the World Youth Final each year. The culmination of a lot of hard work which goes on to reach this stage, and for Martin Schindler, arguably the biggest night of his life at the age of 22 years. And he will challenge Dimitri van den Bergh, with the Belgian bidding to make history by becoming the first man to defend his World Youth crown. Van den Bergh with a record 101 average in this final to beat Josh Payne 12 months ago 6-3. So much at stake. The prize and the prestige of being crowned the PDC Unicorn World Youth Champion. £10,000. They've already qualified for the Grand Slam. And to call yourself a world champ again for the next 12 months.
Absolutely, Stuart. So much to play for nowadays in the PDC's youth system. I look forward to two things a year, Christmas and the World Youth Final.
Game on.
And for one of these two, Santa will be coming early with what's on offer.
Doesn't take a lot to make you happy then, does it?
I'm only happy for 1 month a year. And don't answer that.
Yeah, Dimitri, I'm just wondering whether the big stage experience will count for a lot with Van den Bergh, who has certainly proved over the last
57.
year to 18 months, maybe a bit longer, that the TV stages around the world is where he really belongs.
He loves it up there, doesn't he?
Well,
he really does.
And there we go. There we go. Just about a perfect start for Dimitri, the reigning champ.
Yeah, so Schindler is certainly one of the most improved players, I've got to say, over the last year or so. Dimitri is just a different player nowadays. Both players and products of the development tour system.
97.
20 events a season, 4 over a weekend.
Dimitri, you require 90.
Well, can he win it in 11 or 12 this opening leg? Dimitri van den Bergh. Double 18. Try again.
54.
It'll be the last year, by the way, that Dimitri is eligible to play in the World Youth. And can he make it 2 for 2? Schindler will get another go at it.
59.
In 2019.
Be the first one to defend it, won't he? Only one other player has played in it twice. Unfortunately, they were both defeats, and that was a certain.
Yeah, Michael van Gerwen, incredible, isn't it? He'll split this. Double 8. Made hard work with it, but got the job done. 1 up, race to 6. Yeah, incredible to think. It's absolutely astonishing that in 2011, Michael van Gerwen lost the World Youth Final to Aaron Monk. In 2012, he lost the World Youth Final to James Hubbard. Van Gerwen is now a superstar. Not just a dancing superstar, a sporting superstar. Michael Smith has won it. Keegan Brown has. Max Hopp. Corey Cadby. And then Dimitri van den Bergh, of course, last year. It's a prodigious roll of honour, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's not just that. You mentioned Michael van Gerwen, but the other runners-up, Ricky Evans, Rowby John, Nathan Aspinall, Josh Barry Van Peer, all pro tour card holders. Tour card holders, you know, they play on all these qualifiers. Some of them are playing the World Championship, some have been playing in this event.
But the development tour, full stop,
82.
has just grown and grown and grown, hasn't it? The amount of players who are now entering to give themselves a chance of glory. And it just, the system is working.
The system
92.
is outstanding, really. It really is. When you look at the years, how he's developed, you look at 2017, over 178 players played that season, 204 this year. That's been rising about 10% on a yearly basis and still yet to rise. So much prize money in offer, but not just that, it's the prestige, playing on these big stages, qualifying for things. giving you the experience, playing
62.
regularly
Martin, you
at a
require
very high level.
170.
And that's why these players now can perform on the big stage. £260,000
100.
on the
Dimitri,
youth
you
tour,
require
60 for this and 200
170.
for the development tour.
Well, as we say, the
Outstanding.
system's working, isn't it? Development Tour, Challenge Tour, Pro Tour, World Stages, big TV titles.
134.
The real pressure on Martin
you
Schindler
require
now.
70.
Dimitri looking to double his lead. What can the young German do here? That's a great dart.
$62.
Well,
Dimitri, you
the
require
pressure got to him.
36.
I thought he was going to have a real crack at that. The first dart was so good from Martin Schindler. So Dimitri here.
Games on
No
the second
mistake.
leg.
2-0 to the
Dimitri
defending
Vandenberg.
champ.
Yeah,
Third
it just
leg,
seemed to be a little bit of a
Dimitri
pause
to
there,
fifth.
didn't there, for
Game
Martin
on.
when he threw at the double with the second dart at double. Sweet as a nut for the treble 18. They're also worth noting, the last 2 years for the development tour have been won by Luke Humphreys. Dimitri was level this year, but Luke won it on count back.
He's not been able to make it through, has he, to the final?
180.
Well, that will make Martin Schindler feel a whole lot better. The first maximum. Of course, also on offer in this final, as Dimitri looks to respond. Let's see if he can.
140.
Is it the two finalists win spots in the World Championship? But of course, they've already qualified, both v.d.Bergh and Schindler. So what that does is open the door. And on Monday, of course,
134.
tomorrow, in Milton Keynes, it's the PDPA, the Players Association World Championship qualifiers. And instead of 2 places, there are 3 spots up for grabs, simply because
93.
v.d.Bergh and Schindler have already made it through.
That's right, gives another place on offer for our tour card holders who have yet to qualify for the World Championships. I shall be flying over there with Graham Ferrer as soon as we go off air. Never stop, Stuart.
Stop moaning. Oh, look at this from v.d.Bergh. Dazzling, dancing Dimitri. The darts of a future world champ, maybe. The darts of another world youth champ, almost certainly after that. What about that?
Outstanding from the young man from Belgium.
.105 average in the World Youth Final. Last year was a record 101.
85.
On course to topple that. v.d.Bergh beating Ted Everts in the final match to qualify for this final. Schindler, a winner over Callan Ritz in his semi-final. We've seen Schindler in a lot of European tours, of course, World Cup of Darts quarter-finals with Max Hopp. He has the experience, but
100.
certainly not as much as Dimitri.
Now he's got himself almost into the top 32. I'm sure that will rise pretty quickly.
60.
But we did say, didn't we, a few years ago that there's going to be such a big change in the world rankings with how good these youth players are becoming.
100.
I'm fortunate to watch all the youth tour events when I go for the weekends, and the standard is, it's just hard to explain. It's incredible.
100.
And that's why they can perform like this on the big stage.
Changing of the guard, changing of the world order, whichever suits the situation, but certainly
Good second.
121.
Not a bad third.
Martin, you
There's a-
require
there's a-
107.
I would say there's probably, at the moment, let's just see if Schindler can get on the board. He has to, you think. Oh,
Games
yes,
on the fourth
he's in the
leg.
final.
Martin Schindler.
Much needed for
Fifth
Martin
leg,
Schindler.
Dimitri to go first.
And held it all
Game
together
on.
there. 107 finish. He will still believe. Yeah, I would reckon that, well, v.d.Bergh here is just
139.
piling on the treble 20, isn't he? That in the development tour, there's probably a good 15 or 20 players
140.
at the moment Obviously, there's some who have not reached that standard, but maybe 15 players who could really go on to make a big name for themselves in the world of darts. Just as Dimitri has already.
I totally agree. Well, he may be a little bit old for the development tour there, despite his attire.
49.
Yeah, but a dozen 15 players, I reckon, on the development tour who have the ability, as it stands, to go on and make a huge success of their chosen career. Dimitri with a second, averaging 111 in this World Youth Final.
Yes, 111.
100. Dimitri, you acquire
How
42.
good are these young players? Model professionals, going about the way in a professional manner and performing. Double 16 for 4-1. Schindler way back in this leg.
Games from the fifth leg.
Well,
Dimitri
Darter.
Vandenberg, sixth leg Martin 2 for first. Game on.
He's 2 away.
Here comes Schindler.
180.
Gets his second maximum.
Great standing.
Well, he must feel he's not out of it yet, despite a mountain to climb. But he's got to believe.
Well, on any
91.
given day, Alan, it wasn't so long ago, this year in fact, that the two of them played in a development tour final back in the summer. And Schindler whitewashed
85.
Vandenberg 5-0. So literally, on any given day, the talent pool is growing.
In fact, Martin Schindler was leading the development tour before going into the last weekend, but couldn't quite get over the line.
96.
Dimitri won one of the events, Luke won one. They ended up level. And Luke got the nod.
58.
The old guard, if you want to call them that.
Were you looking at me then when you said that?
And Mason, you and Mason, without a doubt.
96.
But the old guard are getting big taps on the shoulders, aren't they? And they will know, because a lot of these youngsters also play on the Challenge Tour.
65.
Unlucky there with that first dart, as you can see, was right in that corner, must have just caught the wire. Dimitri can fill this in, at least a 140 maybe.
134.
just as good.
Martin, you acquire 113.
Well, this is a fabulous performance from Dimitri Vandenberg. Schindler here, you feel, will need to take out a second ton plus finish. Tops.
73.
Unlucky.
Dimitri, you acquire 84.
Treble 16, I think, is the shot. Oh, he went double 18, double 16.
52.
Well, the audacity of the young
40.
Belgian.
Well. Double 10. Double 5. Oh,
Game
kept his
from the
nerve.
sixth
Lovely
leg.
there, Martin Schindler.
Seventh leg, Dimitri to go first.
Last dart
Game
in
on.
hand. Last dart in hand, but Vandenberg there. Maybe a showpiece finish to go within one of
80.
victory. But Schindler still hanging on in there. The young German knows, though, that he's going to have to break the Belgians' throw twice to get back into this final.
42.
Not a good start. With Dimitri in his
96.
stance, he almost doesn't move apart from his arm, does he?
Statuesque.
60.
Here we go. There's no movement at all, just straight up, just the arm movement. Look at that. Look how effective it is as well.
140.
Not a lot wrong with the Vandenberg action.
99.
105 in a world final. That'll do nicely, I'm sure.
Now for 19s, good cover.
134.
Wonderful cover.
Well, you have to say, so far, v.d.Bergh has been a class above in this
57.
World Youth
Dimitri
Final.
require 51.
Yeah, seemed to give up the ghost there. Schindler, the last 2 darts.
To go one away. Yesterday, Dimitri, just outside the press room here at Minehead, there's a single board, and Dimitri had his headphones in, listening to his music.
50.
And he was just
Dimitri requires 16.
for hour after hour after hour, and I just chatted with him and said, "Don't you get bored? They're not tedious." I love it, he said. Absolutely.
Games on the 7th leg.
Love it.
Dimitri v.d.Bergh.
Practice here is making perfect. 5-2, and Dimitri v.d.Bergh is a leg away for a bit of darting history.
140.
Yeah, good darts by Martin there. Yes, v.d.Bergh, he just doesn't want to be a professional. He wants to be a top professional. And who could argue with some of his performances
57.
on that big stage over the last couple of years?
Well, he was a dart or 2 away from a
91.
World Championship semi-final. And I remember against Rob Cross, 2-0 up in a deciding set, lost 5-4. One of the best games you'll ever see at any World Championship.
40.
Yeah, he's gaining mental strength all the time as well in his youthful years.
He doesn't lack in confidence, that's for sure.
125. $81. Martin, you require 145.
Another big finish on offer for Martin. Treble 15 for tops. Oh, lovely. Tops!
125.
Unlucky. He'll still have another visit to the board though. Chip away.
59. Martin, you require 20.
Yeah, well
Games on
done.
the 8th leg.
Schindler staying
Martin
in the
Schindler.
contest.
9th leg
5-2
Dimitri
becomes
to
5-3.
first. Game on.
But he's still got a huge task on his hands. v.d.Bergh now is throwing for the title.
And he means business. He wants it quickly. He wants it.
108.
Third maximum for the young Belgian, the reigning World Youth Champion.
140.
Well, they've earned the spurs, both players.
You can see him
81.
visibly trying to get himself going, but keeping himself calm at the same time. It's almost got to be perfection from Martin Schindler from this point.
125.
He's giving it a go. It's hanging there, but the way v.d.Bergh is scoring, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, unerring accuracy, isn't it? Quite brilliant.
108.
You're throwing for the title and you hit 2 180s.
Yes, 2 180s on throw.
60.
Here we go.
Dimitri requires 60.
Is this going to be a momentous moment in the young career of Dimitri v.d.Bergh? Who is crowned the PDC Unicorn World Youth Champion for a second consecutive year? Back-to-back titles for the young Belgium. Absolutely superb from v.d.Bergh, who averages 101 yet again for the second year running. 2, he says. Yes, history in the making. 12 months ago, he beat Josh Payne with an average of 101. And here today, he has beaten Martin Schindler 4 180s, an average just shy of 101. The highlights, a fantastic 1-5-1 finish to to go 3-0 up. So history in the making. And what a moment for Dimitri van den Bergh. Absolutely superb. The young Belgian with back-to-back World Youth titles.
Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our runner-up, receiving his silver salver and £5,000, and it goes to the wall, Martin Schindler. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our winner, receiving £10,000 and the trophy. And ladies and gentlemen, making history tonight as the two-time back-to-back PDC Unicorn World Youth Champion, there's Remaker, Dimitri van den Bergh!
Well done to the smiling Belgian, Dimitri van den Bergh. 6-3 winner over Martin Schindler. The same scoreline as he won it last year against Josh Payne. £10,000 better off as well. We'll be back in just a few moments for the final of the Players' Championship Finals, live from Minehead. It's MVG versus Daryl Gurney.